And he came around the corner, his face lit up. It was the biggest smile that I recognized every morning. I was like, that's Levi. Any normal day when I pull up to the bus stop, Levi's like waving me in. He's like, come on, so I can stop right in front of him. And this day he didn't wave me in. I noticed him sitting down on the ground by himself. He looked up at me, face full of tears, and he said, I don't have any pajamas. And I said, what? And he said, I don't have any pajamas. And I just stopped. And when he went to go sit down, it weighed on me. It sat with me for the longest. I was like, it's pajama day. All kids should participate in pajama day. So after my run, I stopped by Family Dollar. He seen me and he said, you're my bus driver. I was like, yeah, little man, come here. I said, will you try these on when you get back to your classroom and have a good day? And he hugged them. I didn't hear no more from him until, the next day. I didn't even know which ones he put on until I seen the pictures and I cried. Something so little as pajamas made his world. It's more acts like this that we need for our generation, our future kids. And I'm glad I was able to help.
Number two, we can impact chaos if we will simply empower others to dream. For Danny, a baseball glove was enough. I got a favorite chicken place that I go to about 10:30 in the morning because the chicken is freshest at that time of day, because it's after breakfast and in between lunch, and they're forced to cook it for you because they're open. And I go in there and I take my papers and I'm going to grade my papers, and I'm excited about it because it's me and gravy and chicken. It's a Southern thing, and it's a great place to do my work. I'm nestling in to study or to do my grading, and all of a sudden my alarm goes off on my phone, and it reminds me of a funeral visitation that I'm supposed to be at. I don't like funerals, for number one. Number two, I didn't even know the deceased lady. And number three, I felt compelled to go simply because my friend was the son-in-law. I go to the funeral visitation. I'm standing in the lobby. This kid walks up to me, a little older than a kid, and he looks at me and he said, did you used to drive a school bus? This was about 6 months ago, and I looked at him and I said, yeah. And he said, is your name Will? I said, yeah. He said, I'm Danny. And he told me his last name. He said, 30 years ago, you gave me a baseball glove on the bus, and I just wanted to tell you, it changed my life. We went in, did our respects, came out. I said, Danny, can we meet later next week? He said, yeah. So we met at an ice cream stop the next week, and I walk in, and Danny's already there, and I was going to buy his ice cream, and he finished his ice cream before I got there, and he had a shadow box on the table. You know what a shadow box is? It's what your mama or your grandmama put stuff in that really may not matter to anyone, and they hang it on the wall. He laid the shadow box down, took the back off of it, took the glove out, held the glove in his hand. I wanted to touch the glove. He began to tell me the story. On the bus when I was in the 5th grade, we talked about baseball. I'm not sure you even knew about baseball, but you seemed to care about me. So when we talked about baseball, I'll never forget it. I said to you, I'm going to play baseball. You said, what position? I said, I'm going to play shortstop. And you said, no, you're not a shortstop. Play second base. He said, well, I played second base, and then I began to coach after I finished high school. And he said, I'll never forget the day you gave me the glove, Will. He said, I was getting off the bus, and I was standing at the bottom of the steps, and you had said, hey, Danny, wait. And it was the last day of school, and you looked at me, and you looked down, and you pulled an old glove out, this one, from a box beside your seat, and you tossed it to me in the stairwell. You said, hey, Danny, I believe in you. Do good. Danny said, for 14 years, I take this baseball glove to the field at every team I coach, and I say to my players, I believe in you. And I tell them the story of my bus driver giving me a baseball glove 30 years earlier, at that time, whatever year it was. And he said, I say to them, I believe in you. Now let's play baseball. You see, I'm convinced that we can impact chaos if we will simply help others dream.